So hello and welcome to day 12 of this full stack shift taking application. So in our last video on day 11, we looked at several pages that we have in our application. So the first page that we created is this login page here. And also we looked at this forget password here. Also there is a page that I showed you of which we'll be going to use to reset or to update our password. So this page here, let's look at it. You can see this page now. So there is another page that we need to create, and this page is called staff, and this is where we'll be able to see the staff will be able to see their shift, if they have a shift assigned to them or they have a shift that they can bid. So if you come here, you can see this is the page. So this page here, you can see it is called staff, and this is where you'll be able to see now all shift here, and shift including my shift and bid shifts. And also here you will see like you have your profile here. So if you click on this profile, you can be able to see all this. You can be able to see this, my account, my statement, my shifts, report incidents, and things like logout. So now what we'll do is that, let me go back into my application here. Let me go to my code. So in this here, I will drag this down here to create some space, and then I'll go back into my, first of all, let me create a page here. So the first thing here I need to create is staff folder here. So we have this staff folder here, and in this staff here, I'm going to create a staff component or a page, that is, this is a page. So here also I'm going to add a staff.css like that. So inside this staff here, I'm going to add rcfe so that I can create a component. And now I would just remove this because I'm not going to need it. So now here, after that, now we need also to go and configure here in app.jsx to be able to create another page. So here I'm going to copy, let me copy this up here, and I'm going to paste it down here. So paste this one here, and here I'm going to add this staff page. So this is a staff page, and here I'm going to import now the staff page. So this is staff here. So I'm going to import it like that. So if you come here in the at the top here, you can see staff imported from pages staff, and then in this folder staff. So now then if I save this, I can first of all, let me close this. So these are so many pages here opened, so I can close all of them, or at least most of them. So I need this, so I want to close that. So yeah, so I can close all those, and then here I'll be left with only the staff CSS here, and staff component. So if I come now into my application, if I try and go now to the staff here, staff page. So let me navigate to staff page. Here you'll be able to see we have staff page here. You can see staff page, and also you can see this text is has a font family of Poppins, and that is because we added the Poppins font family from Google. So that's why you can see it is affecting everything that is in our application. So now we need to create our staff page. So I will come here in my, on this part here, on this page. So here, first thing that I'll do is I'll give this a class name of staff like that. And now here I want to show you something. So let's go back into the application that already showed you in my demonstration. So you can see this part here, and this part I'm going to call it the top. And also we have the other part now, or this part here, I'm going to call it staff main. So here I'm going to, let me go back here. So here I'm going to first of all have what I'm calling staff top. So I'm going to do df, and then here I'm going to call this staff top, or give the class name of staff top. And now in this staff top here, I have a span, I'll have a span, and this span here will have this stuff. I'm going to add stuff shifts like that, and here this is where I'm going to have all shifts, this text, all shifts like that. So also I'm going to have a staff profile. So here I'm going to, let me come here, and in here I have another div. I'll have another div here, and this one I'm going to call it staff profile. So this is staff underscore profile like that. So this profile here includes, let me come here, this include this icon here, and also it include everything, including this part here that is showing us my account, my statement, my shifts, and everything here. So what I'll do is that first of all I need something, and the first thing that I need here, I need an icon here, and because we don't have any other library for icon, I'm going to add a library for icons, and this library here is called React Icons. So React Icons is very popular when it comes to adding the icons. So let me add the installed it. So I'm going to install here. So let me open my terminal here. Then I'll navigate to my front end like that, and then inside here I'm going to do npm and then install and then React icons, just like that. So here I'm going to be able to add now the icon. So let it open, let it install. So now you can see here, now we have already installed now that library, and then now the first thing that I need here is the icon. So you can see here we have this icon and then the name. So here, let me try. So here I'm going to have this icon, and this icon here will be this icon called file user. So this is file user here. So it should be like this one here. Or let me, first of all, what I'll do is that I can be able to just leave it like that, and then I can come here at the top and then try to import it. So I'm going to import now. I'm going to import here from React icons. So React icons and then /I like that. Now I'm going to import file user like that. So let me first of all see if we have imported it correctly. So let's go back into our application, and here I can't see anything first of all, so I don't know why, but let us continue. I'll be able to see eventually. Or let me first of all add a text here, and actually here let me first of all give it a class name. So this will have a class name of, let's say, let me add a class name here, and this class name we can call this a class name of profile icon. So this here will have a profile underscore icon like that, and also here I'm going to have another span here. So let me first of all come here, and here I'm going to have a span. So this is a span, and this span here will have another class name of staff name like this one here. So here I'm going to add just like a name here. I'm going to give a full name, Lok Mondala, like that. And then if I save this, and then let's see if we have anything that we can see here in our application. So now I can't see anything. So what I do is that, let me first of all remove this, and like that, and not really. So let me come here, and I'll just remove this. So like that, then me save, and then to see if I have any changes. So I can't see anything in this page. I don't know why. So let me first of all just return this, and here, because I have here I can add just a h1. I know where the problem is. If we have any problem, so hello, and then here I'm going to see if I can see the text. So if I reload, I can't see anything. I don't know where the problem is. So I'm going to continue with other parts so that we'll be able to see where the error is coming from, or where we have the problem. So now let me go back here, and then after this, now I need to have inside here in our profile, you can see we have now the stuff or this icon here, and in here we have the icon, and also we have this span here, and after this now we will have another all inside also here in the top here. We need also to have another div here, and or else in here also in my staff profile I'm going to have a span, and then inside this span here I'm going to have this let me call it another div, and this div here, this div, it will hold other links to go to other pages. So here I'm going to add this div, and I'm going to give it staff underscore account like that. And here now I can have now the span. So we'll have another span here. This span will have my account like that. We'll have another span here, and this span here will have my statement, my statements. Also here I'm going to have another span that will have my shifts, and also I'm going to have another span here, and this span here will have another. So let me come here and add this my shift, and also I'm going to have this one that is report incidents or incident. So this is incidents, reports incidents, and the last one here will be logout. So span, and then here logout like that. So let me save this also, and now let me see where if I can get the text now. So I cannot be able to see the text. I don't know why. I'm not able to see the text. What I'll do is that let me first of all remove everything here like that, and then in here I can just add this h1 and then say hello like that. Let me save, and then we can reload here and see if we can get now the text. So now I cannot be able to see the text. Let me first of all also remove this here. So if I remove this, I cannot be able to see this one here also. So what I'll do is that I'm going to have everything back to normal like that, and then don't know where the problem is coming from. So let me first of all go to my home page. So I cannot be able also to see my home page. So let me try and see here where the error is coming from. So inspect console log here, and then let me see the console log here. So here they are telling me it's because of this here. This is model here. They are saying the requested model name, this one here, does not provide an export name, this one. So yeah, so this is where the problem is coming from. So they are telling us they don't have this icon here, or this icon called file user. So let me first of all do this. So let me confirm. So here what I'll do is that I know where the error is coming from. So there's somewhere that I did the error. So here instead of AI, I need to have this FA like that. So if I save this, I think now it should work. So let us see if it reloads now. Yeah, you can see now we have that error done, solved, that is. So let's go into my stuff, and right now you can be able to see now we have all my shift here. We have this name here plus this icon, and also you can see this these links here. So we need to style them. So if you come here also in this part here, you can be able to see like we have these links here, and here you can see it is not styled. So let us style everything. So to style, we start by going into this CSS here. So in my CSS, remember we had CSS here, and I have not imported CSS. So let me import CSS first of all. So I'm going to import CSS, my CSS here, which is that. And now I can go back into my CSS. So first thing, I need to give a margin. So let me give it a margin here. So actually, let me first of all take stuff. So I'm going to give it a margin of, let's say, 5% and 15%. For the 5% is for the top and bottom, 15% is right and left. So let me save this, and here I'm going to, first of all, here you can be able to see we have all shifts here, and also we have this name here. So you can see now is this or this space that we have left here. So the same here, you can see we have all this space. So what I'll do is that let's go back here, and now the other thing that we can style now, we can be able to style the staff top. So let me do staff top here. So here I'm going to say display flex. So display flex, and here also I'm going to add align items to be center, and here also I'm going to add justify content to be space between. So this is space between here, like that. So if I go back like that, and let's see, so you can see how it looks like. So I don't want this to be here. So let me go to my code here, and in here you can see all of this. I don't want it to be there. I want it to be here inside this part here, like that, so that I know how we'll style it. So like that. So let's see. Yeah, you can see now this is under this one here. So when we click on this part here, we should see now the links here. It should open that pop up here for the links. So let me go back. So the other thing that we need to style is, let me see if we have stuff here. What else do I need? We need to style. We need to style now the, let me check, staff shifts or the staff name. Let me first of all take staff name. So staff name here, dot staff name, like that. So for the staff name, I'm going to give it a font weight. A font weight here, we'll have a font weight of 900, and then here I'm going to have a cursor of pointer. So cursor pointer, like that. And then also I'm going to go and I'm going to also style other things like staff account, but also we need to also, first of all, let me just style the icon. So we have staff icon. So staff and score icon here, and here I'm going to say display flex. No, margin right to be, let's say, 10 pixels, like that. So let's see this. So if we do that, you can see now we have this font weight, and we have this part here that you can see the part. So you can see here, we have this cursor pointer, actually this one here. So let me see also if I have selected the correct. So staff icon, okay, here I added as profile icon, so that's the problem. So here I'm going to add profile icon. So I think that's correct. So if I do that, yeah, so you can see, and then here also I'm going to give this 700, and also I can add maybe font size to be like 20 pixels like that. Let me see. Yeah, so I think this is okay, or even here I can be able also to do the font size to be 18 pixels, and here also we need to have let's say, okay, this is 10 pixels. Here I can give it a 500, and here also I can add it to be 18 pixels. So let's see how it will look like. So if I do this, yeah, you can see at least this look really nice. So now the other thing that now we need to start looking at is, now if you check here, you can see we are hiding this, and when you click back it is open, and then you can open and then close when you are clicking this name. So what we'll do is that, first of all, let me let me do something else here. So the first thing is we are going to style like this part here. So I'm going to style this staff profile here. So I'm going to take staff underscore profile like that, and then in the staff profile we need to do, like, we are going to give it a relative here. Let's give it a display of relative, and I'll show you what I'm going to do here. So here also I'm going to give it a width of 200 pixels. So if I save this, and then you can see here how it looks like. So already you can see this here, you can see I've given a definite length. So also, and here it is not like this one is not it is aligned to the center. So I'm going to remove this. Let me remove this align center, because that's the where the problem is coming from. So yeah, so you can see it has been aligned the way we wanted. So here also we need to style this part here. So we have now styled the staff profile here. What else do we need to style? Now I'm going to style the staff account. So staff underscore account. So inside here I'm going to add display flex. So this is display flex. Also I'm going to say flex direction to be column. So this is display flex direction is column. You have to have index z index here, and the z index here should be 999. That makes sure that this is the index, make sure that it will be on top of everything. That's why you can see this one here is as if is on top somehow. It is on top of the other things in this page. So yeah, that is it. So let's come here. So you have given that. Also, we need to give it like position to be absolute. So if I give up position to be absolute here, like that, and then leave it like that, you see it won't work well. So so let me try, and so you can see how it looks like. First of all, so here I need to also, if I do this, I need to position it to the where it should be. So I can give it a top of, let's say here, 3 pass. Okay, let me first of all show you something. So if we come here and in this part here, in my profile, let me see where it is my so this one, or this one actually is a position relative like that. So let me remove this, and then let's see what it will change. So apparently there's nothing that changes, but I thought it will just be out of this part here, but I'll see why. So actually this should be position relative like that, and then let's come here, and this is, oh, actually I know where the problem has, oh, it's okay. So here also I'm going to give it a top of 3, -3 that is, and this I'm going to give it a background color of RGB, and then for consistency I'm going to give it a blue. So 97, we have 128, 128, and here I'm going to give it here to be 167, like that. So that color, so if I come here you can see how it looks like. So also we are going to give a color of the text, so here to be white, and also I'm going to give a padding here of 10 pixels. And what else do we need? We need to have a margin here, and this margin will be right like that. So margin right to be 20 pixels like that. So let's see how it looks like. So yeah, you can see now how it looks like. So what we can do, because we want this to appear only when we have clicked this name, what we'll do is that let's go to come here, and I will use a useState in React. This is a hook in React. So I'm going to say here from useState, so useState here, from, you can see it is from React, it is imported from React, and here I'm going to, first of all, to give it a false. Here I'm going to give it a profile, and here also I'm going to give it a set profile, so like that. Okay, so this one, I don't know where it is telling me there's a problem. Oh, actually I know where the problem is coming from. It should be up here like that. So again, I'll format this code. So let me first of all remove that. So here, because I need to use this variable here, profile, and this function here, set profile, to be able to toggle in between seeing and not seeing the profile or this staff account here. What I do is that I'll just take all of it and up to here, and then I'll just say profile, and then I'll do this upper sign, and then I'll do that. If I now do that and then try to see this, you can see it is not there. But here you can see we have this name here. So when we need to see the staff account or those links, we need to click on this name. So here I'm going to add this event on click, and then here I'll say handle profile. So handle profile, and here now this is where I'm going to create another. So I'm going to create another function here called handle profile, and here is an arrow function here like that. And now I can do set profile here, and here, because it is just toggling, I'm just negating now the profile like that. So let us first of all format this code, and if now I come back here, I can, and then you click, you can be able to now see that we are having this toggling. When you click, you can see, and also when you click back, you can hide that part. And also here, something else that you can do is to make sure that when you hover over this, you can hover over these links, it should be a cursor pointer, and also they should change color. So let's go back and do that. So in our CSS here, we need to come here and style some stuff. So here I'm going to say in staff account, select the span or the links, and in here first thing that I do is that I give a font weight. So font weight, I'm going to give a font weight of 300 pixels, or 300 actually, not pixels. Then I'll say cursor pointer, and now after that I can also come here and say staff account and then span, but this time I'm going to take this hover, and when you hover over it you should give it a color of red or this gray color here, like that. So if I save on this and then come here, you can see now you're having this effect for hovering, and then you can see it is changing like the color. So yeah, so that is it. You can tweak it the way you want. So now we have the other part. So you can see we have this part here, and this part here is the one that you are calling now the staff main. So for the staff main, it contains now these headers for my shift here and also bit shift here. So what we'll do is that I'm going to go back into now my code here, and I'm going to see in staff here, I'm going to have another. So you can see after now staff here, we are having staff top, and then here we need to have another thing that, or the staff main. So in staff main, we are going to look at now how the shift will be handled and how they will be displayed. So I'm going to add here another div, and here I'm going to call this staff main, like that. So here in the staff main, I'm going to have a h3, and here I'm going to give it a shift of header, like that. And here this one is my shifts, like that. So let me save on this. So let me look, and then here you can see here, this is my shift here, and here I need will have a space. So yeah, so this is my shift. So let's start by looking at my shift, and in here I'm going to now have a shift. So to have a shift, I'm going to have another div. In this div here, you're going to give it a class name. So this one will have a class name, and here I'm going to have a class name of a staff main. So this is staff main card, like that. So actually this should be, yeah, should be like that. And then inside here we need to have several stuff. So the first thing that we need to have is this, you can see we have this date, and then we have this address and time here, and also duration down here, and also we have this status, and then this icon. So here let's do that. So let's start by having this div that I'm going to have to display the date. So here I'm going to call this stuff, and then here I'm going to add main, and then here card date. So I'm doing this to be able to be descriptive, and also not to forget what these names or the CSS class means. So here I'm going to have a span, and in here the span I'm going to have, like, I'll say 17 Friday. So I'm like that. I think this is how I'm displaying them. So this is Friday. Actually this is like Friday. So Friday 15th, like that. But this one here, actually we're going to use another package that is called moment. So we are doing that when we start integrating with our backend. So this is the part now. Also we can look at now this div, and this div here I'm going to have this div that you are going to call it stuff, and then main. here, and then card, and then info, like that. So you can see we are very descriptive in our class names. So here also I'm going to add like another span, and this span I'm going to give it a class of, let me call it shift, and then location, like that. And then here also I'm going to give it like time, just like that. So if I do this now, here inside I can be able to give the like a location and then the time. So now I can come here and I'll just take all of this like that, and then I'll be able now to display it here, so like this. Yeah, so after this now we have to have the status. So let's have a status here. So I'm going to have a div, and here I'm going to call this, or to give this div here a class name of shift underscore status, like that. And then here I'm going to give it a span. Here I'm going to say pending, like that. And then the last one now is the icon for the eye to view. So I'm going to give it this div, and here this div should have a, we are calling stuff, and then main, and then card here, and then the other thing should be options. So like that, or view, whatever you want to call it. So inside here we'll have another icon. This icon should be this icon here that we are calling eye outline. So I cannot see the auto completion for us to be able to use it here. So I'm just going to type it. So it is this icon here. So this is AI outline eye, like that. So this is AI outline eye. Then here I'm going to give this a size of, let's say, 25, like that, and then close this tag now. So now to import this, I'm going to copy all of it, like that, and then let me scroll up here. So here what I'm going to do is that I'm going to say import, and here I'm going to import this now from, so React icons here, but this time I'm going to use to import it from this AI here. And let me save, and then let's go back here. So let's see, let me first of all now format this code. So here I can be able to see now I have this part here, we have my shift, and also we have this card here, this staff main card here. So if I check on this, so let me save. If I check on this here, you can see how it looks. So we can be able now to go and first of all be able to style it. So in here we need to start now styling from, let's say, let me check here. So we need to start styling from shift header here. So let me check for shift header. So shift header, let me come here, and let me do shift header. So is it shift header or underscore header? So like that, and in here I can say something like this font weight. Let me add font weight here to be like 200, like that. So let's see, that's too thin. So I'm going to give it like 700. Let's see, 700. 700 is too bold, so let's give it 500, like that. I think that's okay. And also I'm going to give it a margin of bottom like, let me do this top and bottom, and then 0 pixels left and right. So let's see. Yeah, I think that's okay. Also, I can, I think now I can go and start styling at, let's see, we are going now to style this staff main card. So for the staff main card here, so I'm going to add to start styling staff main card like that. So here I'm going to add something. So here I'm going to add height. Height should be height of auto, and then also I'm going to have a padding. So a padding of, let's say, 5 pixels, and also I'm going to have a background color. So background color here will have this color here. It will be just a lighter blue. So BF73. So and then 0F like that. I think is this one here. So let me check first of all how it looks like. Yeah, you can see how it looks like. So now the other thing that I need also is to have after background color, we need to have a margin. So a margin of 10 pixels, 0 pixels, and also I'm going to have border radius of 5 pixels. I'm going to have like a border left here, and this border left here should be 7 pixels, and then it'll have to be solid, and then here I'm going to have RGBA or RGB, and then you can kind of just say 24 here. I'm going to have 92, and then here 175. So, and this, yeah, this here border left is the one that you can see here. You can see this one here. So actually I can make it a bit bolder. So let me give it to be 10. So yeah, so to be 10 like that, and then what else do we need? So after border left, you can say display flex. It should be display flex, and then align items. Align items should be center like that. And then also I'm going to say justify content should be now space between like that. So let me save, and here you can see now we have this. So you can see this staff card is adjusting the way we want. If it is adjusting so that this will not have that issue of maybe having text outside it, or outside this part that we have this color light blue. So now let's go on other places to style other places now. So I'm going to first of all go to this one here, the staff date. So I'm going to say staff main, and then card date like that. And in here I'm going to give it a font weight, first of all, of 900. I'm going to give it a margin. So here is a margin of 2 pixels. I'm going to have a font size. Yeah. So a font size of let me first of all do what. So here is the staff main card date. So I'm going to first of all to say display flex. So this is display flex here, and then we have a flex direction to be column here, and also we are going to have a margin of, let's say, 20 pixels like that. I'm going to have we're going to add justify content, and this justify content here will be for center like that. And yeah, so that is it. So here I can style now staff main date here, and then text span, and then inside this span now, this is where I'm going to say font weight should be 900. And also here I'm going to have a margin of 2 pixels. We are going to have font size of, let's say, 22 pixels. And I'm going to have like a color here will be RGB, and I'm going to maintain with blue color, so 818, 118, 142, and then 172, like that. So I think this color here. So the other thing that we need also, I'm going to have a font family. So this one I'm going to specify font family because I don't want it to use the pop-ins. So, and then other thing is we need to have a width. A width will be of 10%, like that. So let's see how it will look like. Yeah, so we can see here, and actually I won't be using this font family here. So let me come here, and also I'll add this to be like 30 pixels font size. And I think that's too bold also. You can say 500. Yeah, so don't know. I think we'll just leave it like that, or maybe we can just say 25 here font size. So yeah, so okay, that's, I think it's okay. And let me make this bold again, maybe 600. Yeah, I think that's okay. So now you can see this is adjusting automatically. That's how, because we added height to be auto. So now the other thing that we need is to check for, now the other thing that we need also to check is our info now. So I'm going to say stuff, and then main card here, and then I just add info like that. And here I'm going to have going to say display flex, and then flex direction should be column, like that. So if you check here, it will be, because we have not added like actually the duration here. So I'm going to add stuff. So this will be stuff. I'm going to have a stuff, and then here the info, I'm going to take the span, and then nth child 1, yeah, and then I'm going to style it. So now what I need to do, I'm coming here, and then in here I have another span, and then this span here, we are going to give it this duration here, am, actually not duration 10, this is wrong, it should not be am. So this one, duration here, we need to give it like that. Yes, and then now what we can do is that now then let us style this child here. So here I'm going to give it a font size. So this is a font size of, let's say, 18 pixels. And also I'm going to have a font weight here to be 900. I think 900 is okay. So yeah, so let's see. So here, so you can see how it looks like. But now I need to make sure that this is not like this bold, and also I'm going to give here to be 25, I think. So if I do this, actually that is too large. So also I can be able to limit the width. So I'm going to add the width here to be at least 300 pixels. And actually I can use percentage, so let me use 20 pixels. I think this will be okay. Let's use like 35, like that. This is very large here. You can see this is just tweaking, is just to tweak. So let me do 18. Yeah, I think that even looks better. So now the other thing that we need to do, I don't think there's any other thing that we should do right now. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to replicate this. So here I'm going to come here and first of all, I'm going to copy this. Let me first of all copy this card from here, and then let me see where we need to copy it until I think there. Actually that won't make, I think it's okay. So I'm going to paste it there, and also I'm going to paste it another one here and another one. So let me save. So yeah, you can see how it looks like. So now I'm going to remove one, and in here I'm going to add another H3 here, so like that. And then here I'm going to look for this header here, H3, and then shift header. So here I'm going to say h3.shift underscore header, and in here I can say now bid, or what are we calling them? So here you can see we are calling them bid shifts. So we are calling them bid shifts, and now if I come here and then I should now come here and paste like 2, like or let me do 1. So if I save this and then let's go back into application, you can see how it looks like. But if you check here, you can see this have a different color, much faded blue color. So also what we'll do is that I'm going to change this, and here to change it, I'm going to have a class name, a different class name here. Rather than this, let me look at this. Rather than this staff main card here, I'm going to have another class name. So this class name here will be unassigned. We are going to add staff main card and then also underscore and unassigned, like that. So I'm going to take this, copy, and then I'm going to paste it. Let me check for this card here. So you can see this card, and after that I can paste this, and then because it's just the same like here, I'm going to copy all of this, but I'm going to change now the color for the border left. So let's see how first of all it looks like. So it won't change, but when now I come here, I can change now the color for our left border now. So here I'm going to, first of all, it will be for the same pixels width. So the other thing is that I'm going to just remove this color, and then I'm going to give it another color. So this color here, we are going to give it a color of #1, then DF. So this is DBF, like that. And then I'm going to give it 73 there, and then 0F, like that. So let's see how it looks like. So that's how it is very faded, so I don't think it should be like this one here. So let me see, let me actually my, this is the problem that I have done. So let me copy. Let me see. Actually, should be border left, and then let me remove this first of all. It should be like HAF A5 A5, and then C6 like that. Yeah, that one. So let me see. Yeah, this one is okay. So you can see how beautiful this page here look like. So now you can see we have this here, we can navigate here. So in the other videos you are going to look how you can now be able to see this page here, or this part here, to see the details for a shift, so that you can clock in, clock out, all those stuff. So yeah, so that's all in this video. Remember, if you haven't subscribed, kindly consider subscribing and also like this video. Another thing is that you can consider looking at my GitHub if you are confused about something, and also you can comment on this video. So this repository called shift taking application, you can check on the code so that you will be able to understand, and also you can leave a star in this repo, or you can just follow me for other projects. So that is it. Have a great day. See you in the next video.